Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series. We're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2025. And this time we will have a look into Hard Boiled by, and you can read the names here, ZOPE for the code visuals and level design, TFX for code and level design, Hiij character UI and environment art, Pure Root environmental art, Shrack music, VLKR for game audio and voice acting, and Kirrund writing and level design. So quite a team has been working on this game. And yeah, before we look into the other few sentences here and then finally start the game, let me quickly tell you about the link you will find in the video description, which will bring you to a playlist. And that playlist contains all the games I've covered so far. So if you want to check out these, that's the easiest way. Also, the first episode in that playlist is a pilot episode, which is explaining like what a dungeon crawler is, what a game jam is, and the specific rules for this game jam. So, let's have a look into the description here. I had to zoom it and make it a little bit slower, otherwise other stuff breaks. You can see this is like the web build and it takes up the whole screen basically. It's a bit weird, the page is a bit broken here, so yeah. Hard Boiled is a dungeon crawler in a noir style setting mixed with a bit of a combat inspired by arcade shooters like Time Crisis. You play as a hard-boiled chicken detective named Coop, who must make it through a maze of enemies to save 12 eggs. You can't fully read that. Including the one prized Fabergé egg. Heist, treasure hunting, genre fusion are the three themes used. And we've got as combat, hold right click to aim Coop's revolver. R will reload. Hold right click to aim. That's weird. Okay. Move up to cover to crouch behind it. Okay. You can also hop over cover by running towards it. Power-ups such as saving an egg or finding Coop's favorite thing will heal you. Be careful, because he has limited health and the enemies can kill you quite quickly. Okay, I will probably die a couple of times. So I'm not going to read all the names again. Or maybe just a shortcut. ZOPE, TFX, Hiij, Pure Root, Shrack, VLKR, and Kirrund doing Hard Boiled. And now let's jump into the game. I wanted to say I downloaded the build 16 here, but it's also weird. I think it's optimized for Apple or something, and I didn't see how I could actually get the downloaded thing running, because it would also just be a HTML file or something. So I will just run this thing, and then it says no, it doesn't say. I think it mentioned somewhere it should be in full screen. But yeah, I will run that and put it into full screen. And there, must full screen. Alright, so I will full screen and then we will jump into Hard Boiled. And here we are in, well, I just started the thing, but I wanted to show you something else, which is a bit weird. Because I wanted to put it into full screen, but there is like two full screen icons. You can see this one, but if I use that, I get this, which is not really full screen. It's just reducing the browser, and then I can't click on that. So what I need to do is instead click on that blue thing while it's still small, and then I get the real full screen. So yeah, so in case you play the game, you know how to handle that. So let's have a look. Options, mouse sensitivity, volume, and controls. Yeah, we had interact and reload. R and F are the... Okay. So let's play.
private investigator. Used to be a detective back in Shellsworth. May of 47, I cracked a case wide open. Fraud, deceit, foul play, the works. I followed the rules. People got hurt. So now, I clean up the city my way. One filthy ass at a time. That's why Henrietta came to me. Piercing blue eyes. Wore a sob story like a red dress. My office might as well have been her lounge. It worked. Said her brother was missing. That something big was going down. Mentioned he'd stolen a Fabergé egg. I figured she put him up to it. Didn't say that though. So I bit. They say a city like the big over easy will chew you up. Peck you clean. Takes the best of yous. Leaves feathers in the gutter. But me? Some say I'm too hard-boiled. They're about to find out. I've got nothing left to lose.
Yeah, very cool. Nice voice acting and the in between. Yeah, sounds like a very interesting story setup thing.
Still got a distant whiff of fresh air, but I know there's gonna be goons around every corner.
Let me quickly... Oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah, so just... everything is visible. Okay. So... I was wondering what are all these icons, but it's just an... Okay. So this is just forward, backward, left, right. Oh! So I already need to shoot there? Yeah, seems so. Okay. Uh-huh. The movement is not great. So you, the nice thing is that you can actually see what I'm pressing and.
Loading docks. Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war. Always did have a dodgy clutch.
I don't think I can change the options anymore. So I hope that the volumes will be fine, also music compared to the rest. Yeah, okay.
Pressure's building. Gotta get these eggs before I'm cooked.
Oh, we just collected one egg.
He's hard. For justice sake.
Yeah. So let's get to some wall or yeah, a corridor. Oh, there's probably some. Unfortunately, you also see the cursor hovering around here, so yeah, it's not really ideal playing this in a web thing. Oh, there's another egg.
Be a miracle if I don't crack before these eggs do.
Uh-huh. I think that was also healing. Let me quickly talk about the perspective and stuff. So you can see the walls left and right, but I think it's a bit weird. I mean, we are looking a bit down. The tile size is smaller than usual. But generally you do have a good orientation, so it's still okay. The controls are what's unfortunately really bad. So you can see what I'm pressing here. So if I go forward and turn right, you can see that the right turn is always being ignored. I can also go forward and hold the right button. I'm still holding it, and once I release it, also nothing is being done. So it's neither queuing up, nor is it checking any other buttons there. So this basically means that you need to press and every time need to wait until the step is over. And that means that you're basically spamming these buttons, and for turning you can't spam. You need to just wait, and this gives a bad delay. So yeah, the controls are not great.
All that blood to
Oh, that's a lot.
but a high price.
You also cannot move when you're aiming. Oh, my ammo is... Ah, yeah, reload with R. Okay, yeah, maybe you're not supposed to go there.
Still got a distant whiff of fresh air, but I know there's gonna be ghosts around every corner.
Okay. Why is something there yellow? Huh. Yeah, movements unfortunately just feels rather terrible. The shooting is cool, the sound feedback is nice.
Docks. Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war.
Oh.
Always did have a dodgy clutch. That's one of a dozen. Who's next?
One of a dozen. Great voice acting.
Delicate, like my head after too many drinks.
Okay. So let's go into the other entry. Which just walking over there feels very tedious, unfortunately.
He's hard. Chills make
Die!
but he's hard boiled.
Oh!
For justice sake.
I guess I have unlimited ammo. Just need to reload every now and then. There's an egg. Oh, and it has this yellow shadow. So maybe there's an egg on the roof or something. I mean, we can't go there. Okay, well, we'll see. Oh, you can open it with F. Yeah, okay,
When
so...
stew, bullets are low, and all I've got is this egg. These are trying times.
Okay, was there another door we could check out? I think that was just going into the same room, right? And I needed to click twice. There's also a consequence here that you also need to wait for the delay to use anything. If I press that right away, it's also not opening the door. Nice. Was also dodging. Oh, this is not... It's too high. Nothing going through. Die!
I don't know what I got caged in here. Delicate. My head after too many drinks.
Okay.
That's one of a dozen. Who's next?
Some booze? But it... Maybe it did heal, I didn't see. Okay. There's another door. Oh,
To the other side.
No, it's the same situation. I mean, it was also saying something about leaning and so on, but I don't quite remember. It was like going forward, but this is like jumping over that, so that's not doing anything. I'm not sure. Yeah, and it's also a problem with like the double cursor. It's a bit annoying.
Still got a distant whiff of fresh air, but I know there's gonna be goons around every corner. Be a miracle if I don't crack before these eggs do.
Huh? Alright. And this is not working, right? So I need to run in.
I don't even want to know what I got caged in the Ashes building. Gotta get these eggs before I'm cooked.
Alright.
All that blood to pay for a single egg. What a high price.
So I might as well try my luck now.
Send the goons to the other side.
Oh, okay. I'm almost dead, but I think that was the same room that I tried to enter from the other side. So maybe you need to clear it out from the sides.
Loading docks. Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war. Always did have a dodgy clutch.
Shells may break, but he's hard boiled.
Ah! Yeah, okay.
Outside. Still got a distant whiff of fresh air. But I know there's gonna be goons around every corner. Be a miracle if I don't crack before these eggs do.
But we do get healed by these. Yeah.
Gotta get these eggs before I'm cooked.
Now this is a slight bug there with the... So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to stay down, but then aiming takes too long. So you basically need to click, then you're recentered, and then you need to re-aim again, and that doesn't feel great.
Still got a distant whiff of fresh air. But I know there's gonna be goons around every corner.
Once you're shooting, it's fine. But the whole process of going into the
bullets are low, and all I've got is this egg. Try.
The whole process of moving in, aiming, and then shooting, it takes far too long and it doesn't feel. It feels glitchy. Oops.
I got caged in here. Delicate, like my head after too many drinks. Well, that's one of a dozen. Who's next?
So let me try to reach them from the other side first.
Loading docks. Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war. Always did have a dodgy clutch.
Yeah, that's also when you're moving and you're clicking right away, it's not working every time right away because you're still in the movement animation.
Pressure's building. Gotta get these eggs before I'm cooked. All that blood to pay for a single egg. But a high price.
But he's hard boiled. For justice sake.
No, I can't. No, this. Yeah, this is the same room. But I have the same problem here, basically. Just that they're all in one direction. Yeah. Let me have a look into the description. Maybe that helps in some way. 1 second. Nope. It's nothing which would help. And getting out of the game here doesn't also help. 1 second. I will just restart the whole thing now. Alright. Let's try it again. And also I can... Mouse sensitivity was fine. Okay.
Outside. Still got a distant whiff of fresh air. But I know there's gonna be goons around every corner. Be a miracle if I don't crack before these eggs do. Fucking hell. I don't want to know where I got caged in here. That's one of a dozen. Who's next?
What we can try is leave the eggs where they are. Then kill a couple of these people, go out, take an egg, and then go back. I'm also not sure what this is supposed to do. Alright, so now we take 1 egg.
Delicate, like my head after too many drinks.
Okay, well that worked well. Okay, that's too close. We will probably die now. Maybe I can get quickly to the egg in that corner there.
Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war. Always did have a dodgy clutch.
Yeah, okay.
For a single egg, but a high price.
For justice sake.
This is also a bit glitchy, that it doesn't properly like darken everything like this. Yeah. This aiming thing feels a bit inconsistent. I mean, it's supposed to probably limit our vision and still give us some orientation when we have the wall to the side. So I will leave that egg over there. There's one. Okay.
When stew bullets are low, and all I've got is this egg. These are trying times.
Mm-hmm. Nobody here. What is that? I can't interact with that. Another egg, let's take that one.
Building. Gotta get these eggs before I'm cooked.
Alright. We still have one egg for healing back in the starting area thing.
Be a miracle if I don't crack before these eggs do.
Was there another one though? I'm not... Yeah, there is one. We can just jump over that, okay.
That's one of a dozen. Who's next? You never want to get in a shootout in a bar. Waste a good whiskey.
I probably am shooting against the chair. Okay.
All that blood to pay for a single egg. What a high price.
Oh, there's the mega egg.
Turns out this corruption runs deep. I got a little too close to someone. Found myself transferred to Feathersby, kept in the dark. Keep your enemies close. Or put them in a desk job. Just as well. Getting too old for this chicken shit. Retirement sounds good. Now, where did I leave those cigars?
Alright, we made it. So you don't need to collect all the eggs. You just need to get to this this big one. Alright, yeah, I mean that was...
Still got a distant whiff of fresh air. But I know there's gonna be goons around every corner.
Let me quickly kill that one and that one. So that is a cool entry with some nice ideas and also gameplay elements. Like the shooting itself works, like it feels fine once you are shooting here, but the technical stuff around the game is quite, let's call it problematic. So, I mean, it starts by downloading the game and then what file you need to start. It's a bit weird, at least on Windows. Maybe on Mac it's different. Then putting that into full screen. Full screen is the next challenge. And then the movement is unfortunately pretty bad. And yeah, just, I mean, it is important that in real-time combat it works fine, that you move and then go to shooting and it feels like it feels natural or whatever you want to call it. And that's not the case here. So the movement in itself, like, oh, let's get over to the other side. And it feels like a slog to get there.
Reminds me of the trucks we used in the war. Always did have a dodgy clutch.
In addition, you have this cursor here, and you need to always right-click to get that, and it's also like then recentering. I mean, you need to... It automatically drags a bit in the direction you have the cursor. And also you can't, if I right click here and if I move, you can see that you basically need to wait until the movement is finished and only then does aiming work. And it happens often enough that you move, then of course you want to shoot as quickly as possible, but then it doesn't do anything because you're still in the movement animation. So there are a lot of like control technical things which could be improved, and I think that would overall also increase the experience dramatically, because otherwise
Like my head after too many drinks.
Otherwise it's a cool idea, it's a nice game, like with the story, intro, voiceovers, it's all great, but yeah, the technical part unfortunately is needs some improvement. So that has been hard-boiled by ZOPE, TFX, Hiij or something, Hiij, Paul Riot for environment art, Shrack music, VLKR game audio voice acting, and Kirrund writing level design, and ZOPE was code visuals level design, TFX was code level design, and yeah, that's it. So, if you want to check out the game, and maybe there's already an updated version by the time you're seeing that, I don't know, then check out the link down the video description to the itch.io page. And if you want to see other games from this jam, well, you can of course also play them. You can also go to the itch.io page for that. But you will also find a playlist on the video description with all the games I've covered so far. And of course also the pilot episode I mentioned in the beginning. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.